This episode is brought to you by FX's Welcome to Wrexham. Celebrity owners Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds' small-town Welsh football club is fighting for a chance at promotion. These two Hollywood stars lead a team in the midst of history in the making, while dedicated staff and supporters hold on to a dream of returning the team and this working-class town in Wales to glory. FX's Welcome to Wrexham premieres September 12th on FX. Stream on Hulu.
This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for September 11th, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Shinedown are bringing the second leg of the Revolution's live tour to the Xfinity Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts on September 23rd. Papa Roach and Spiritbox are also on the lineup, and tickets are still available. Check the link in the show notes of this episode to get them. This weekend's sold-out Blue Ridge Rock Festival in Virginia was canceled amid extreme weather. The official statement was released via the organizers, saying, quote, "With heavy hearts due to this weekend's continued severe weather, we must announce the cancellation of the final days of the Blue Ridge Rock Festival. Your safety and well-being are our foremost concerns." The guys from Shinedown and Papa Roach ended up in the parking lot playing an acoustic show for thousands of concert goers with no PA and no lights. As a way to say we're sorry, the show got canceled. Planned headlining sets included Slipknot, Pantera, and Shinedown. Before Jimmy Buffett passed away last week at the age of 76, he completed a new album called Equal Strain on All Parts, which is set for release on November 3rd. The lead single is called Bubbles Up, and the song features collaborator Paul McCartney, who said it's, quote, probably the best he had ever sounded. McCartney, appearing on the single My Gummy Just Kicked In, remembered Jimmy Buffett, saying, quote, "I told him that not only was the song great, but the vocal was probably the best I've ever heard him sing ever." He turned a diving phrase that is used to train people underwater into a metaphor for life. When you're confused and you don't know where you are, just follow the bubbles. They'll take you to the surface and straighten you out along the way. McCartney went on to post, "So long, Jim. You are a very special man and friend, and it was a great privilege to get to know you and love you. Bubbles up, my friend." POD is planning on releasing their first new record in 4 years called Veritas sometime in the spring of 2024. And according to guitarist Marcos Curiel, the new album features guest spots from Randy Blythe from Lamb of God and Tatiana Shamlaik from Ginger. The first single is called Dropped, and it's set for release on the 21st of this month. AC/DC has released some new audio of If You Want Blood, You Got It from one of their recent rehearsals, getting ready for the Power Trip Festival next month. The audio features new drummer Matt Lake. It's unclear whether or not the band's longtime drummer Phil Rudd will perform at the upcoming Power Trip Festival. Rudd joined AC/DC in 1975, left in 83, and returned in 94. Brian Johnson can be heard singing on the new audio clip. The social media post also notes that bassist Cliff Williams will be returning for the Power Trip show. Brian May had strong feelings about the auction at Sotheby's last week of over 1,400 of Freddie Mercury's personal effects. A portion of the proceeds from the auction went to charity, including the sale of a Cartier onyx and diamond ring given to Freddie Mercury by Elton John, which sold for over $273,000. Those proceeds will be donated to Elton John's AIDS charity. Brian May saying in a post on social media, "I can't look. To us, his closest friends and family, it's too sad." Billie Eilish and Peter Gabriel have joined a new music coalition to tackle gun violence called Artists for Action to Prevent Gun Violence. It also features Sheryl Crow and Nile Rodgers and describes itself as a non-political organization which asks Americans to volunteer and vote to eradicate gun violence in the country. Others taking part in the organization, Rufus Wainwright, the Pixies, and members of Bush. Artists for Action to Prevent Gun Violence is the brainchild of musician Mark Barton, whose son was murdered at Sandy Hook. Legendary hip-hop collective Wu-Tang Clan has teamed up with streetwear jewelry brand King Ice to launch an exclusive collection inspired by their iconic album enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. The collection features 16 unique pieces. Fans and jewelry enthusiasts can mix and match necklaces, earrings, and rings to create their signature Wu-Tang look. Prices range from $60 to $500 and are being sold exclusively at kingice.com. Guns N' Roses postponed their concert on Saturday night in St. Louis, Missouri due to illness. The St. Louis Cardinals releasing the message, "Hang on to your ticket. The event organizer is working to reschedule the concert." No word which member of Guns N' Roses was ill or how serious the condition is. The band is next scheduled to perform in Knoxville, Tennessee, coming up tomorrow night. The tour scheduled to wrap up on October 16th. Coming up on October 20th, the Goo Goo Dolls are set to release Live at the Academy, which was recorded during their CMJ Music Marathon performance in New York City on November 21st, 1995. In conjunction, the group debuts a live version of their track Stop the World, originally appearing on their 1993 album, Superstar Car Wash. The project will be available on 2 CDs or 3 LPs via Warner Records. Next year, DC will celebrate the 35th anniversary of Tim Burton's Batman with a concert tour of the movie's score. The latest addition to the DC concert series will feature a live symphony performing Danny Elfman's score in front of a projection of Batman, starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Organizers are encouraging fans to come in costume, and autograph opportunities and merchandise round out the event. The Manhattan intersection, immortalized by the cover of the Beastie Boys album Paul's Boutique, has now been renamed Beastie Boys Square. A decade ago, a campaign was launched to name the area after the band, but it was originally rejected by a community board in New York. Last year, it was confirmed that the campaign was finally successful and Beastie Boys Square would become a reality. Over the weekend, Ad Rock and Mike D were part of the celebration at the intersection of Ludlow and Rivington on the Lower East Side, saying, quote, "Thank you to New York for teaching us what to look at, what to listen to, what to wear, how to love, and how to live," Ad Rock said. "It makes me really happy to know that some kid on the way to school 50 years from now is going to look up and say, what the fuck is a Beastie Boy? Why do they get a square?" Mike D added, "We could not have become what we became without growing up in New York City." Aerosmith performed the song Bright Light Fright live for the first time since 1994 on Saturday night during their concert in Elmont, New York. The Joe Perry sung track originally appeared on the band's 1977 album Draw the Line. The 19-song set in Elmont opened up with Back in the Saddle, closed with Dream On and Walk This Way, and at the end of the night, Joe Perry was presented with a birthday cake to celebrate his 73rd trip around the sun. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 170, featuring Spencer Charnas from Ice Nine Kills, is available now.
The United States Border Patrol has exciting and rewarding career opportunities with the nation's largest law enforcement organization. Earn great pay, outstanding federal benefits, and up to $20,000 in recruitment incentives. Learn more online at cbp.gov/career/USBP.